Are they following it properly or not? So then and there you need to change them. So we do a few activities, you'll come to know. So if the child is not following the way you have taught, the way the child should. So if he is not following that, you need to stop the child then and there, and you need to, again you need to repeat that. This is the way I taught you. Maybe yawning. Yawning is also, if you think, okay, how to yawn, how to cough. The child is not coughing. No, then you can say this is not the way I taught. How to cough, you get all those things. Yeah. So these social behavior activities always should be repeated. And again, how your school should be, how your children want to be in your school. That is your social behavior activities. Okay, it's not like that only the thing what we are teaching you to follow. So maybe if she is running a school, how she wants all children to behave in her environment. That is her social behavior activity she can list out. Maybe you want, if you want your children in your particular school, if they want to be greeting maybe namaste or namaskara or good morning or whatever it is, you have to select those things, and the social behavior activity should be same for all the children. Okay, maybe preschool if you take, maybe for one child namaste, one child good morning, no, you can't follow that. If you are teaching good morning, everyone it's a good morning. The whole school, okay, even social behavior activities, even you should follow that. Then only the children will follow you. If only you are telling to your children and you are not following, means gone. Right? So, that's why you should always behave, whatever the circumstances, you should always remind that you have to behave like this. Yeah. Now, actually, in where I did my course, always we say namaste. Okay, so good morning, I'll just say good morning. So when I say namaste, I'll just bow my head. So I'll just bend. So when you bend means you're showing respect to others. So that is our IMTC people we follow. Even today, if you believe or not, our directors, one of our directors, wherever you see us, no, just will say namaste. Even while we are doing course also, I think she's a very strict lady, and she used to follow perfect pakka Montessori thing. If you go in the net, you'll come to know about her. That is Meenakshi Shivaramakrishnan. She's 90 plus, and she's not taking any classes now. So, but our time she was the director, and I think I told you about her. No, she was almost that time she was 80 plus only. So she used to carry her own baggages. She used to climb the steps from ground floor to first floor is the class. So if we ask her, ma'am, we carry? No, I can carry. You carry on, you carry. Still I can carry, I'll carry. If I can't, that time I'll ask. Even you believe it or not, maybe we'll be writing test or something else, she'll be doing some knitting work. We have never seen her wasting her time. Even at that age, she used to sit in front of computer and work without specs. She used to stand for more than 2 hours to teach psychology. So, even she can remember us after 10 years or after 20 years. If she meets you in some marriage hall or in a market, maybe she'll not remember your name, but she'll find out your face. She can remember your face and she'll call you. No? Actually, Montessorians, they'll be like that. They'll be very perfect in everything. No, that's why as a Montessori, you should be perfect. Okay? If you don't know few things, don't worry, leave it. But simply for the sake of doing, you don't do.
Whatever we know, we should be perfect.
Perfect in that. That's what we say always, that what we call for academic portion. LKG you have to finish this much. UKG you need to finish this much. What is the necessity of finishing the portion? See, maybe I have this whole book. Okay, I can't make you to write this whole book. EPL, only EPL I have this much big file. So everything we have written on our own. Okay, there it was too strict they were. But academic portion, it's not like that what you can teach, but that is in the other way, what the child can learn in that particular period should be your portion. Or else everything. To do, you'll do it. You have to make the child to write, you'll make the child to write. You're holding his hand or something, some or the other tricks he'll use and you'll finish the portion. But what the child is learning is more important. Now, as a teacher, even you should be very much satisfied. Once if you teach the child, yes, I taught in a good manner, so all my children, they understood this, so that satisfaction should be there in you. Right? So, that's why I'll tell, whatever you learn, but learn it in a proper manner. Okay, well, before doing anything, you just think, this is the correct way. You should just start thinking and doing. Think and act. Right? Yeah. Okay. So, first one, how to greet. In social behavior activities, the first one is how to greet. I'll dictate one or two presentations for this also. Okay, how to greet. So we need two persons, right? You can call your fellow teacher or anyone for this presentation. You need two persons because one should greet, the other should respond. Then the child will understand. If anybody greets me, even I should greet them back. Okay, that is the concept. You can write an invitation. Shall we see how to do namaste? Or if you want to write good morning or whatever namaskara or whatever you follow, you can write. Okay, preparation. This activity needs two persons, one adult, one child, one adult and one child, one adult, one child, or two adults, and the other person should know how to respond to your greeting. How to respond to your greeting. Statement. See how we do namaste. Any statement you can write on your own also. See how we do namaste. Presentation. As usual, consider the position and visibility of children. Consider the position and visibility of children. Okay. Just see. Okay. And just show. Bring the two hands near to your chest, in front of your chest or whatever it is. Okay. First join your face. Okay. Start from the thumb. You join all the fingers. Okay. Because you need to join. Okay. So that feeling will come. To join and do that feeling will come. Right. So first you join the base. I don't know the scientific reason, maybe we have all these rekas here and Okay, they'll say all those things also, but we don't want to go to that extent. Okay, join the base, starting from thumb, you join all your fingers. Okay, bend with a smile. Okay, bend with a smile towards other adult. Okay, and say namaste. Okay, namaste. Or if you want to say good morning, notice it doesn't salute. It doesn't look good saying good morning. Okay, if you go and see proper this one, we always IMTC people will follow this namaste. So if you want to greet in the other way, you can use it. Right? We are not restricting you, you have to follow our this one. So just I am giving you the example. Right? Yeah, now you write down. Consider the position and visibility of children. Bring the two hands. Bring the two hands. Bring the two hands near the chest. Join the base of two palms. Join the base of two palms. Join the base of two palms. Okay, only the base first. Okay, base. Okay. Join the fingers one by one. Join the fingers one by one, starting from thumb. Join the fingers one by one, starting from thumb. Okay, right, thumb, index, middle, ring finger and middle finger. Okay. Join the fingers one by one, starting from thumb. Next point. Bend with a smile towards other adult. Bend with a smile towards other adult. Next point, say namaste. Say namaste. So what is the point of interest? Giving the smile, joining the base, joining the fingers one by one, whatever it is. There is no control of error. So at the end we are not achieving anything, just we are teaching something. So there is no control of error, we are not controlling anything. The child says namaste, good. Right? Next, how to talk in society. Now you tell me how to talk. Stop writing. How to talk. Now see, what happens here, we are going to repeat that. See, maybe we will start from how to hold, how to sit and all those things. Even in between you can teach this. Okay, around 2.5, 3 years only. Because what happens, the child should know once he settled down, social behavior activities, once the child settles down in the environment, you can start. See, again the other thing, how to greet, what happens. Okay, maybe your management, anybody is working here? You are working. Okay, do you have any complaint like that? Maybe you or the other class children, higher class children, whatever it is. Maybe a principal or the coordinator saying, if you go to the class also, children, they doesn't wish. No, it's a big complaint from the management. Ma'am, you go and stand. Children, no, they doesn't get up and they doesn't wish us. No, I don't know. In our school, that's the main complaint. Okay, why is that so? Because you have not taught the child. So from the beginning, so what you can do, if you are in traditional method, ma'am, I can't get a chance to teach all these things. What can I do? Maybe you are in a traditional way of teaching, maybe in a classroom, you can call your friend or a fellow teacher, okay, every day morning, simply she has to come, okay, simply she has to come for one or the other matter, she will come, as soon she comes, You have to tell your child, see, ma'am has come now, stand everyone together and wish good morning. Okay, so repeat this every day. So then you slowly start telling them, see, whoever ma'am comes to our class, everyone should stand and wish. One day you call your coordinator, ma'am, I want to teach my children this. You come, because our children, they doesn't know you. The children, they doesn't know who is who. And you'll expect them, they have to wish. No? Simply every time when they come in and you can't shout at the children, see, ma'am has come, you're not wishing, stand up and wish. Instead of that, so this is the way. As soon any ma'am will come inside, no other teachers, you have to stand everyone together and everyone should say together good morning. So that should become their habit. So sometimes it depends on their mood also. Okay, maybe if they're busy with some other thing, children know. The other one thing what happens, no, funny thing, children, you are given some activity, writing or whatever the activity, suddenly your coordinator or your principal enters your room. That time can you expect the child to wish, stop that particular activity and wish your coordinator? You can't blame the child because children are busy with their own activity. So you can't expect that time. That's what I am telling. Morning itself, that's what purposefully when you're not doing anything, you call the teacher and you make them that habit. But while doing some activity, they can't. What happens? That time we shout. See, ma'am has come. Then, whatever the activity they're doing, they'll cut that and they'll respond to ear, means that activity again you need another 5 minutes to bring them back to that proper particular business. Okay, that's why. Okay, again it's something, no, always we can't expect the children to respect us, even we should. That's what I told in the beginning before this. Okay, even today our directors, if he sees us wherever, maybe in a crowd, they'll say namaste. You believe it or not, you are nothing in front of him, you have studied under him. What we are today is because of those MTC people. Always I remember that. Why I am like this? No, that's what, no. Morning you will be here or not, you will be on time. No, we should follow the time sense because we should. That is what they have taught us. No, 11 o'clock was the class. Even now those are done before 8, 9, 10 years with IMTC. Can ask them. 11 o'clock is the sharp time. You need to show your ID and you have to enter the class. If you are late for 1 minute, they won't give attendance. You can attend the class, but you won't get the attendance. If you are not having 100% attendance in practicals and 90% of attendance in theory, you are not allowed to take the examinations. If you take also, you won't get the certificate until and unless next year you attend those classes. No? See, if one should be strict like this, of course we learn many things. No? That's why you should be proper. That's what we training, see, these materials and all those things, even you can learn. It's not a big deal in learning all those things. But the way you learn is very important. What you learn today is very important. So today morning you have come all the way till here. I have come all the way from 40 kilometers. So what I thought, what did you learn is more important rather than spending the time and speaking and all those things. Right? So even for the child also the same thing. And the way the child gets up in the morning, he gets ready, eats or not, mother will prepare him, she'll pack for him and she'll struggle, the child will struggle and the bus driver goes in the traffic, he brings the children safely to you in those 3 hours. What are you doing is good. Don't force the children. If that is the case, maybe the children are not in the mood. Okay? Early morning, if they wish one time, that is more than enough. So as soon as you go, say good morning. If they are not responding, children, I said good morning to you. You didn't tell me, no? It's so sad. You wish me good morning, no? See, that is the way. It's not like that you can't sit on anyone and you can take that, right? Even if you be like this, your own husband, your children will not listen. How come they listen? Right? So everything is in your hand, right? So we went somewhere. So how to talk in a society, right? So here you people are in my class. You understand? Huh? You understand? No. Should A, oh, then? No, I'm telling the tone you listen. Always, few people know, always they'll shout and have you listened? Have you observed people? Always their voice will be high. For everything they'll shout. The way they speak is different. And few people, if they talk also, the other person will not able to. No? Because you start observing. That's what I told. Montessori is not for a school children. 2.5 to 6 years. It is from the day one of your birth to the last day of your life. We need even, you can change a lot through this. You can start doing the things properly. From now onwards you can start. So, few people, I don't know, one of my uncles, my father's own brother, the way he speaks, you have to see. Nobody will understand. My own aunt, his own sister, one day actually we were sitting, me and my Buva, so we were sitting and we were talking in between. He came and he told something to his sister. They'll say mantra, no? Mantra will you understand in temples? The priest will say mantras. Do we understand that? In the same way, he spoke something, he told something, he went up. Okay, then she asked me, what did he say? What did he told? Then I told, you are his own sister. You can't understand this, how I will understand. So nobody will understand. Even our own family members will struggle to understand what he said. Because he is not clear in his speech. Even it happens for us also. If we are not clear, if we are not loud enough, maybe if we say, what they'll understand? Nothing. Simply if I shout also, oh ma'am, no, always she'll shout in the class. I don't know why she'll shout. You can listen to her, even then she'll shout. No? So, your voice should be audible. Again, if maybe I'm teaching here, I should not disturb the other class as a teacher. Okay? Your voice should be audible only to your children and only to your classroom. If it is classroom, it will be next. No, maybe they'll put one in this one also. Maybe if you shout, the other teacher should not get disturbed. All those things. Okay? How to talk. Even children, they doesn't know. Simply they'll shout. Even your mothers or whoever it is, if they call you loudly, you'll say, no, I'm here only, why you're shouting? I'm here only, no, why you shout? Just call me, you can listen. Right? You'll say that. Here your husband may say, when you're calling, I'm here only, why you're shouting? I'll come wait. What is that? Because whatever you are shouting or whatever you're calling, that is, no, they are irritating from that. That's why that words come, I'm here only, why you're shouting? No, always they'll shout. For small things also they'll shout. The way they speak is only like that. Again, you have seen some people speaking in the phone. We observed in the bus or walking on the footpath. When you just start speaking, you come to know all what they're speaking about the family history. No, few people will shout and talk. All these things, to avoid all these things. So here, how to talk. Okay, here talk means just here also you need a two person. Okay, go to that person. Okay, just see, I want to tell him something. You just see how I'll speak with him. Okay, go near to that person. Okay, you just say whatever you want. Okay, then come to the children and ask, did I speak loudly? Did I speak loudly? No, this is the way we speak to somebody. See, he listened what I said. Should not speak, you can now afterwards you can explain. You can give some examples also. See, if you talk loudly, again, have you seen children? They'll hold like this. Have you seen small children holding like this? Even you just observe in the assembly, small children's assembly, they shout, they scream and telling the prayers and all. No? Your children they'll hold like this. Amma Saku. They'll say no, Mummy enough. They'll hold like this. Grandma if they shout, enough, Aji enough, Tata enough, don't shout. No? Why it is? They are getting irritated by your voice. That sound, okay. So here the same thing you can again while speaking. Eye to eye contact is very important. Okay, if I am speaking with you people, just I can't see only her, and if I speak, what you people will understand? No, that eye to eye contact. Even while teaching in the classroom as a teacher, if you have 30 children also, you should keep in eye contact with everyone, so that you will understand there. See, as soon as I see, I can understand, yes, she is understood what I am telling, what I am told. That's what eye to eye contact while speaking also. Maybe I am speaking with her, I will turn this way, something I will say and I will come out. No? That, see, that affects, then they start doing maybe stage practice, this one, no? Because nowadays as we are discussing CBSE, the group discussions and all those things, they will get a mark. Even children nowadays, they are getting enough opportunities to come on to the stage. Maybe whatever the activity or whatever the competitions, and even the media is like that. Okay, so that eye to eye contact. Okay, just 2 adults you need. Okay, choose a person whom do you want to speak. Go near to that person, make an eye contact, and talk to him in such a way that only that opposite side has to audible. You can only audible. Okay, don't shout or don't talk in very low voice also. Okay, then come to the children and say, they speak very loudly. No. So this is the way we talk to other person. That's it. Okay, this is how to talk. If you want to talk to her personally, how to talk? Go near to her, eye contact, say something, come back. Right? You can write, right? Next, the last 2 days, how to walk. How to walk. Do you think we need to teach this? Now I want answer from you people. Blindly don't believe what I am saying. We need to teach how to walk, how to talk and all those things. Why? How to walk, why? They make sounds. Yeah, then zigzag way and
hurting someone else, or stamping on something.
Yeah. They'll run also. They doesn't see anything. Simply they'll run. They may get hurt, they may fall down. And the control of movements won't be there in children while walking. They'll go. So, yeah. So, no, see, now you are getting many ideas, right? What to teach. Right? Because last day we had a student, those who are handling pre-nursery. What to teach them? What to teach them? Teach all these things to your child. That is our responsibility. Right? Not only we can depend on us home, because before, no, they used to tell what your mother has taught. Everything mother has to teach. But that's why somewhere people, they doesn't know how to respect others. That is the reason why these incidents are happening in the school level also. As a teacher, how we should be. Teachers are only doing all this nonsense things means just think the other people. Teacher means actually they have, as a teacher we have a great value. Okay, everyone will respect the teachers because Say no, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. Guru means is a Brahma, is a Vishnu, is everything. Is equal to God. We are teaching the children, we are teaching what we are teaching the children. See, that values, we should adopt those things first. But where is those values now? Where is that respect? Are we getting the respect? Even my father was also a teacher. Even today I remember, actually one day we were walking in the market, Kalasipalle market. So one fellow suddenly came and he touched his feet and he told, my father, I couldn't remember who is he, but he told, because of you I learned grammar and today I'm in good position, everything is because of you. So because they have to remember that. Even, have you observed your parents or your grandparents, even today they talk about their teachers. Elderly people, no, maybe they are very aged, even today they'll remember their teachers. Because teachers had that, but nowadays, teachers, all the teachers used to, but if I'm trainer here, I should think you people as my children. Nowadays that value is not at all there. So even what happened in that Vibgaya, the class teachers supported the teachers, the principal supported. Who is suffering? Small children, you don't know if anything happens here, okay, maybe some anything, okay, maybe they can't speak out or whatever they're suffering. When they grow older and older, they start hating men. They start hating men. After their marriage also, they'll always think, maybe my husband is also like that, maybe all men are like that. So they can't lead a happy life. So many things happen there. That's why I told, this is the basic, if anything, good or bad, it affects our life. No? So, everything, not only this, why I am telling all these things, whatever if you want to teach, that bad touch, good touch, you can teach. As teachers too are working here, you can teach to your children. Don't worry how to tell to those small children, because those small children only suffering nowadays. You can't believe anyone. You just start teaching them. Bad touch, see, if anybody touches you, if anybody holds you like this, if you don't want that, if you don't like that, you tell that uncle, don't touch me. Directly the child should learn opposing that. So as a teacher you can teach, that's what I am telling. Okay, not only this, you can teach everything in a proper manner. The way you teach is more important. You can start. Nowadays they are telling, so many psychologists, they have told, even only mothers has to give birth to their children. Only mothers, not even fathers. Why? Because the society is becoming like this. We have more responsibility, because everywhere the CCTV will be there. If you go to school, you'll come to know. Even our principal called us and she told, she targeted only LKG to second standard class teachers. She called only those teachers and she told, if they goes to washroom also, you should be knowing that. Where they are. Washroom means they take maximum 1 minute. If they are late, just go to the washroom and you have to watch what they are doing. Not only becoming teachers, all those responsibilities we should be ready to take. So from now onwards, you need to start taking them. You need to start thinking about it. Because once if you enter the school, you'll come to know. Nowadays you have seen every day it is there in the newspaper. Everything is there to put. You should not hate the children. Always you should be ready from your heart. Right? So that's why how to walk is also more important. Okay? Just you don't show the child you are not walking properly, nothing. Generally you should teach them. Okay? So again here, see, after that control of movements you can make a path and all those things, okay? But initially how to walk, okay? Just lift your dress, okay? See, first you have to bring your heel and toes. Okay, this is the way we walk. Okay, maybe the children they won't understand heel toe and all those things. Just you can show. Then they'll make sound. You told no, while walking they'll make sound. Now you can avoid that. Again they can then start walking in a straight line. Or else any obstacles you can keep, or you can make a path in the garden. You can ask the child to walk there without making noise. See? Okay, first toes and this one. Again, if you taught them to keep like this, they'll make a sound. To avoid that sound, so you are telling the child first to keep your heel and then the toes. Okay, just in front of the other leg. It becomes their habit. Once it becomes their habit, so again if you observe they're not walking properly, you can stop them. Okay, whenever they're walking in the other way, if they're making sound or they're hurting and the other thing, you can stop them and you can tell this is not the way I taught you, no. This is the way I taught you, no. So you have to, how did I show? Again, if you find 2-3 children they are not following anything properly, you call them again, once again you give the presentation. Even at school, if you are handling a traditional method, you can teach this, how to walk. Right? Any doubts? No. Now social behavior, we are done with 3. How to greet, how to talk, how to walk. So many are there. So by that, this will end our first session. Okay, afternoon session, we'll start with the sensorial. If you have any doubts while writing the presentation, next class, okay, come with your doubts. Whatever the things come, we'll clarify everything, we'll discuss whatever the general matters also not a problem regarding like this school things, how to behave as a teacher. Okay, because as a Montessori, I am doing this also, how the teacher should be. So if you have any doubts, any things to discuss, you can bring it, we'll discuss so that everyone will come to know. Even you will get many ideas regarding that, right? We'll meet at 1:30. So Pinter, next class I am going to dictate. Okay, other things are there in your book itself. Okay, just I'll show you the presentation how to do it. You can refer your book and you can write it down. Okay. So one we are done with cinder blocks. So this is the first material. Okay, cinder blocks we have done. The second one is pink tar. Okay. So why we call it as pink tar? Because it is pink in color. Once we build this, it is looking like tower. Okay. So don't know, but you can go, but no, we don't have pink. Only pink. No, Dr. Maria Montessori, maybe she thought, again the next one is brown stairs. She has given specific colors for each and everything. Pink is a little attractive to the children. As we have discussed, we don't keep any fancy items, but pink may be a little attractive because we have a school called Pinks and Blues. Montessori observed children means pinks means girls, blues means boys. They like it. Okay, that's why if you next when you take chemical solids and all those things in blue color, somewhere she thought it is attractive to the children. This color may be like that. Okay,
But we should not go for like that. Because they take separate blue colors between boys and girls. They take
no, all those things we are not doing. But
because sometimes I have seen that some boys they hate pink. Some girls they hate blue color. They don't want anything in blue color. Or they don't. Boys they
no,
don't
always
want
you just see girls no always they pick pink color.
that's but boys they start shading because they think like these are only for girls.
No, nobody is telling that. Maybe I don't know because
I
that
have
is a
seen some.
yeah because of that pink means girls, blues means boys. I don't know why. Maybe some reason they don't like whatever it is. But wherever you take your small girl child, no,
Yeah.
she picks all everything in pink. If she has 10 dresses of pink also, next one also is the pink. No, because this is little what do we
Also
call
soft colors.
soft and
Attractive.
attractive also. Maybe their nature is also like that. Girls' nature soft and sober like that. Maybe there's scientific reasons behind that. Okay. Yeah. Next is pink towel. So as I'll discuss you how to display and all those things, I'll give you just you leave off the page. You can write. So now starts from 1 centimeter cube to 10 centimeter cube. Okay. How to fold this? Okay. Always even at the place of display, it is displayed like this only. You can't keep it in horizontal way or something. Always when the child sees pink towel, it should be like a pink towel. Right? So now, what happens? Here we have 10. Okay, we are going to display somewhere. So you can't bring 2-3 cubes at a time. You have to bring only 1 cube at a time. Okay, so maybe you are displayed in that room. The child has to carry, go, bring 10 times. He can't carry 2-3 at a time. Either he can carry, but we are not allowing because when he goes 10 times, it improves his patience level. Okay. Again, what happens? We discussed in the first class. For one set of Montessori materials, we can take 35 children. Okay. Maybe you have taken one pink towel. Full set. The other child is working. The other child he wants to take pink towel. He wants to work with pink towel. Okay. Now he can't come and grab the material, or he can't sit along with the other child and work. So he has to wait until he finishes and then keep it back. Once this child keeps it back, then the other child can take that. Right? So it increases their patience level also. They will wait for their turn. Otherwise nowadays children, they doesn't have any patience at all. Wants everything immediately. Even at home, if you don't give whatever they ask immediately, they'll start shouting, they'll start throwing. And so what happens at school? She has to wait. He has to wait until it goes back to its place. Or else he has to take another material, work until he gets this. No? That. Okay, here you have how to fold. So one at a time you have to bring. Okay, necessary and sufficient fingers, but thumb on one side, the other fingers, necessary and sufficient finger on the other side. Okay, even for this preparation, they need to bring a work mat. No, here I am showing on the table, but they have to do it on the work mat. So preparation, you can ask the child to bring a work mat and unroll it at the place of presentation. You are not going to do that. Already the child knows that, so you tell the child. Now you take the child to the place of display, introduce the material. Okay, this is pink towel. Okay, shall we carry this? Okay, one by one you show the child how to hold it. Bring it and keep it on a work mat. Okay, see, as the size increases, even the fingers also. Stop. Till here it's a preparation. Okay. Now you want to build a pink towel. Okay. The name lessons here you can teach big to small. You have done the name lessons last class? How to teach name lessons? Yeah. So first you have to search for the big one. Okay, but you have to show with your facial expression. Okay, don't say I'm searching for big and all those things. Okay, just wrong one. You know this is not a big one. You need to compare. The child should learn to compare the things. It's not like that as soon as the child sees, he can do it. But the child should know that we are comparing and we are searching for the big one.
Even like the previous time we can program math immediately we can see somewhere even this also we can
Yeah, we'll do it later. Yeah. That's what I'm giving you the notes. Once if you go through that, it will be easy for you to just go through your book and you can write the presentation. While placing on top, okay, place it right in middle. Okay, so if comes like this also, you should not drag it. Okay, so if it is like this, somehow, okay, again you should lift it again. At one intentional movement, you need to place it at the middle. Okay. If the child wants to take over, now itself you can allow the child, because the child will be observing other children. So by this time the child knows how to work with this. If he takes over, you allow him, or else you complete the activity. See how I have built it. See, it is looking like same as it was there. Okay, it should look like the way it was in the display. That's all the activity. Okay, the child should, if he keeps wrong one also, he'll come to know has done wrong. Okay. Again, the thing is, you need to search for the next one. Next one is more important. Yes. Okay. So exercises. Okay. Can we do M1 with this? Memory exercise 1. What is memory exercise 1? What we didn't send a box. What is that memory exercise 1? Keep all everything in at one place. So do you think you can do it with this? No, I'll keep all these, I'll take it in a tray, I'll keep it somewhere there. Right. See, M1 is keeping all the things at one place. Right. So, if we keep everything, the child can do it, but what is the use? Because the child, if the child sees everything at the same place, then he knows which is big one. So, he'll bring that big one. So, it's of no use. So, M1 we can do, but we don't do it. Because from one place, the child easily he picks up. So, M2 will do with this. Okay, M2 means in 10 different places, if the child bring big one, next week, like that. Okay. M2 is possible. Just write down M2 is possible. Okay, once if you write down M2 is possible, cinder blocks you have written, in the same manner you can write it. Okay. another activity, exercises you can write down. So what we can do. Okay. See, up maybe the child has sufficiently worked with the pink tar. Okay, M2 also. Now you ask the child to bring the pink tar and build it. Okay. Now the child knows how to build the pink tar. So already he has built the pink tar. Okay. Now you ask the child to close his eyes. The first activity, ask the child to close his eyes. Okay. So just take out one cube. Okay, this is your first games. Okay, first one. Okay, hide it. Okay, now you ask the child, I have taken out one cube from here. Can you understand my the way I am asking them? I have taken out one cube from here. Can you show me from where I have taken out? One is missing here. Where it is missing, the child should say. Okay, the child has to compare the sides, right, visually. Okay, here it is less space, here it is more. Okay, the child shows that, then you give to the child. Okay, ask him to check it. Okay, this is one activity. The other activity, again you ask the child to close his eyes. You take out one cube, okay, and place it in front of the child and ask, I have taken out this cube from here. Okay, I have taken out this cube from here. Can you show me from where I have taken out? Now the child will compare the size. Okay, this and this in between. This will, now the child, you can't keep it here because this is big. You can't keep it here. This is big. You can't show this place. This is big. Again, you will come here. Yes, this is smaller than this, so you will show this place. No, like this, the activity continues. Not only for one cube you have to do. You have to do it as long as the child is interested. You need to do that. Okay, so visually the child starts thinking. See, the thinking capacity even increases. The child compares. Comparing capacity also increases. Okay, these two you can do. Maybe 4 to 5 children are there. So you can distribute these cubes to them. Okay, maybe just these 5 cubes. Not a problem. You have to do with all the 10. Okay, these 5 cubes you distribute to all 5. Tell who is having big cube, keep it here. Okay, he is bent. Next, who is having big cube? Big. Next, who has? Again, big. Okay, now what happens when you give to their hand? They start comparing when it is in their hand. They just what they will do, one has kept it here. Next one, they start having this. He is having this small, so I have to keep it. Next, they will compare with this. Again, what they have in their hand. They start comparing. So that's what visual sense. They are using this visual sense. Any doubts? Okay, cinder blocks, any doubts? Yes. No, you are not there last class? Finish at 3 o'clock, then you can work. Okay, so finish on the presentation and start working. Any doubts? Just in the block, even in the notes also. Yeah. So, pink tar, name lessons, big and small. Next, big, bigger, biggest, small, smaller, smallest. Okay. Name lessons to teach is big and small, and comparative and superlative degrees of big and small. Big, bigger, biggest, small, smaller, smallest. So, how to teach big and small? Okay. Just see, again I am giving you the name lesson. Big, big, small. Okay. You keep only two in front of you, big and small. Okay. This is big. This is small. This is small. This is big. Okay. Show me big. Show me small. Give me small. Place big here. Place small here. Go on giving the commands. Okay. Then this is big. This is big. This is small. This is big. This is small. Keep on changing. So next. Okay. So next is we have taught big and small. After few days you can teach biggest, bigger. Okay, bigger you can teach. Okay, for that you need to take two big things. Okay, if you want to compare who is tallest. If you
You can take one more and you can teach big to get the smallest difference.
at a time you can't teach. See, I am telling you, maybe two sisters are there. Okay, in family all are tall. Okay, so even both the sisters are tall, but we should know who is taller than who. Right, when we compare this small and big, okay, we should have one small and one big. When you are comparing smaller, two things should be smaller. When you are comparing like bigger, if you want to say, both should be big in that which is bigger. Okay, two big animals, elephant and rhinoceros. In those two animals, which is bigger? No, that is the concept we teach. Okay, so you can't teach at a time smaller, bigger, and all those. Okay, when you are comparing two big things, okay, this is also big, this is also big, but this is bigger than this. Right? Uma is also tall, Suma is also tall, but Suma is taller than Uma. In tall, who is more taller? Like that. Okay, so like this. If you want to teach smaller, you can keep like this. This is also small. This is also small, but this is smaller than this. That's why I told immediately don't teach. Okay, for just 3 years old child, don't teach this comparative and superlative. If the child is around 4.5, you can teach. That too, if the child is able to understand. Okay, simply don't force the child. If you want to teach smallest, you can keep like this. See, this is also small. This is also small. This is also small. But this is smallest among these. When you have more than two. If you have only two, one is tall, one is taller. Both are tall, but one is taller than the other. When if you want to compare who is tallest among the class, there will be 30 children. Among yourself, almost you are 16. So among you, who is tallest? Here I can't compare one taller. Taller I can't compare. Okay, when I have only two, I can compare taller. Taller, tallest, more than two. Okay, here I have more than two. Okay, this is also small. This is also small. This is also small. But this is smallest among these. No, you can call one set of children. Those who are short. See, she is also short. She is also short. She is also short. But she is shortest among them. That is the concept. Okay. Through this picture you can teach this. Any doubts in giving the name lessons? If you have doubts, please. Okay, I'll give you this name lessons notes also. Okay, so everything is there in detail. Okay, you have to write this and you have to keep it. Okay, so here we have taken whatever the material we have taken, maybe pink color like that. So okay, you just write it and keep. Here there is special name lesson also. Okay, special name lesson is there. So again degrees of comparison is there. Special name lessons when we start sandpaper we'll do it. Okay, so better you keep it.
Who wants to take one?
No, anyone can take. No?
Zero.
One person can take care of it. Right? Any doubts? Name lessons. Giving name lessons is also important. So if anybody has 3 period name lesson, okay, it is there in your book also. But whatever I have given in detail, I have explained you. Yeah, 3 period lesson. Okay. Everything they have given. Okay. Just go through this once, that once. Okay. The thing is, no need to sit and read and memorize the things for exam. No. Okay. Just if you understand, that is more than enough. You can write it. Understanding is more important. Okay. So if you have any doubts, later on you can ask. Okay. Because I have written with examples. Here we have just explained the thing. There it is with examples. Then it will be very much clear for you. That's why I am telling you need to practice. Until and unless you practice, you won't get it. Okay, with invitation you need to practice. What and all you have done from the morning. Okay, one by one you come here. Just if you want, I will be here. Otherwise, I will go out of your sight. No problem. If you have, see, it happens initially, how to give and all those things. Okay, start giving with the invitation. That's why I told you make 2 partners. Okay, every time you make 2 partners, you practice along with your partner. Okay, one act as an adult, one should act as a child. Next, vice versa. Okay, start from the invitation. Again, take the child to the place of display, introduce and how to carry. Practice. No doubts in pink top? Then you have to practice. Okay? Right. Next is, in your book, you are given it as brown states. Right. So we call it as brown states, broad states.
Brown or broad state?
Broad, yeah. But it will be in brown always. But here we have color, so we can call it as a color state right now. But if you don't see, it will be in a brown color. Okay?
So we can brown, broad or colored.
Colored you don't see much in the school. It's smooth, they keep, I don't know. But always it will be in browning color. If you see in color also, it will be a color state. But usually you don't expect that everywhere it will be in a different color. It will be in a brown color.
If we will go for color, then the student will recognize more colors.
Here we are not teaching any color. That's why we are not
directly
teaching.
teaching, but indirectly they can teach.
Indirectly also we are not teaching. Actually what happens, okay, children are very intelligent. If you give this colored stage,
Yeah, they will
children
remember.
they'll understand by
Red,
just
yellow,
color.
blue.
First which color, second which color, third which color, they know. Okay, so that's why we are not giving even pinter also. We are not giving in color, single color. In single color only they have to identify this is visual sense, this is not chromatic sense. Okay? Visual sense is only to discriminate the objects in the ways it differs. Visual sense, the first one we have taken visual. After this, the next one is chromatic sense. Right? So chromatic sense, it's a sense of color.
And colored and brown is the same, the concept is same.
Concept is because at manufacturer, no, they are given the order brown paste only. Yes, same this. So always will be like this. Even the heaviness also. Even the heaviness also. No, that is small. That's the fourth one. If you go, its size increases the. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, thick and thin. Concept of thick and thin. No, heavy light doesn't come here. That is direct sense. We have a separate material for it.
And in brown, the color is the same, but shades will be different.
Same color.
So we have one concept like colors of different shades we are having. Different shades.
Yeah, that comes in color tablets. The intensities of colors. There we will teach. The color varies. Green color we have many intensities. Brown we have many intensities. That's why don't combine the things. When you're teaching the concept, you're teaching the single concept. So when you combine the things, then the child will be more confused. Okay? Now, this is the brown state or broad states. Now it is color states in front of you. Okay? So it will be arranged like this only, even at the place of display. So for this also will be having a separate material. So next class I will discuss all the, dictate that. Okay, I will bring my file and dictate all those things. Okay? So it will be arranged like this. Even this the child has to bring one by one. Okay? Now, how to carry this? Okay? See. Everything is attached. Okay? Use your index fingers. Okay? Just hold at the edges or the shorter side. Okay? Always see. Can you see the squares here? Okay? 1 centimeter square to 1 centimeter. So just with your index, just drag this. Okay? And hold it for me. You tell me why are we holding like this? There we hold it like this. Here we are holding like this. Why? You can hold like this. Why can't I hold? The same thing I'm holding now. Why can't I hold this? Just think. Here, what were we teaching here? Concept is? Concept is concept is big and small. Small to big, Ishona. Small to big. Thickness. Okay. Thin. So as the size increases, as the thickness increases, even our hand gap is also increases. Thickness. This is